My name is Melody, and when I was 18 years old, I went away to college for the first time, and in that process, I became very, very upset and very down, and was eventually hospitalized for a suicide attempt when I was 18. And in that process, I was diagnosed as bipolar 1, severe with psychotic features. And by 2004 of January, the first medication actually I was ever prescribed was Zyprexa. And by 2004, in addition to Zyprexa, I was also on Depakote and lithium and Geodon and Celexa all at once. And I returned to college and was sleeping about 14 hours a day and unable to do anything, really, or think, or study, or frankly exist. And I ended up leaving again, and as it turned out, I had a certain amount of kidney and liver damage due to my medications and was on dialysis at 19. And eventually, a few years later, I found myself here, and at the time, before I was here, my family was told not to really expect too much from me. I was told by my psychiatrist at the time that I had to somewhat lower my expectations for myself and to have more realistic expectations of what I could do with my life. And that did not necessarily including college, and that didn't really necessarily include ever having a job or being functional on my own. But by the time I came here, I went off all of my medication a few years after that and ended up volunteering at a suicide hotline here in the city. And I was eventually hired there, and I currently run the crisis line training program at San Francisco Suicide Prevention. Thank you. And this was all without any type of psychiatric medication, by the way, and that was 3 years ago when I first started there. And now I'm there, and I actually went back to school as well and completed my college degree. And today is actually my college graduation, but I chose not to go. Thank you. I chose not to go to my college graduation, instead to come here because I wanted to be here and support what's happening here. And what's happening here seems to be a really wonderful community of people who are aware of the psychiatric establishment's inability to create an actual workable diagnostic manual or whatever that really truly encapsulates anything at all. Because these diagnoses are arbitrary. Because I was told that I could never amount to anything. I was told that I would have to take these medications for life. I was told it was like diabetes, and you just control it. And I was told by people, I think, who meant well. But, as much as they might have meant well, what they did to me was create a really difficult time in my life. And I'm very glad that I'm here today, and I'm glad to be able to talk to all of you. And, as mentioned earlier, I think the National Institute of Mental Health, they did say that, yes, we oppose the DSM. The DSM is not something we want to accept because they said patients deserve better. They said patients with mental disorders deserve better. Yes, I believe we do deserve better. We deserve better, and clinicians deserve better, and anybody who wants to help deserves better. And yeah, I'm glad we're here to do that.